doing well. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Linda with The Artful Link, and today I thought I'd walk you through another bloom. This one is a modified wrecked bloom, I think is how people describe them. I'm going to be using four or five different colors in more like fall colors on a Frederick's round canvas. This is one of the flat ones. The issue with using the flat canvas boards is if you have too much paint left on, they can warp. This one did warp, but as it dried flat. And interestingly enough, it did not ruin my design that you'll see at the end. And I show you a picture of it flat. I really like using these because they're inexpensive for starters, and you can frame them a lot easier than a studio level canvas or like a level 3 or 4 canvas. Those can be a little bit more difficult to frame depending on the size. So here I have just gone ahead and laid in my white house paint, which is Color Place White Semi-Gloss, and I have mixed that white paint in a 3-to-1 ratio of Floetrol to paint, and then water to thin it. I like my paint more on the thin side, so this one's a bit runnier than most. It makes a mound, but the mound disappears in like a second or two. So my paints for this have been mixed 2-to-1 Floetrol. So 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol with a little bit of water and GAC 800. The paints I'm using here, the spring green color is a mixture I created, mixed with some titanium white, some yellow, I believe it was yellow azo gold, and then a rosemary sage color, and I forget who makes that brand. The gold yellow color is obviously the Golden Azo gold, and then I have a metallic gold, and the red color is a oh gosh, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go and look. The black is simply the Amsterdam black mixed with a bit of Floetrol in a 1-to-1 with a tiny bit of wood conditioner and GAC 800. I don't use water to thin my cell activator. I would prefer to add more of the Floetrol if I need it thinner. So as you can see here, excuse me, I layered all of my colors on top of each other, and then I blew them out, and now I'm just using my straw to blow it out a little bit more to get some cells developing where the black is at. For some reason, this particular batch did not want to create the kind of cells I was looking for. I quickly use a torch to pop bubbles, trying not to set my stuff on fire. Here I'm trying to get rid of some white bubbles that popped up that I wasn't happy. I was hoping there'd be color that would come up underneath, and instead I got white. I'm just giving a few little quick puffs to move paint where I want it. Okay, here I'm using a chopstick, just the pointed end, to go through my bloom and wreck it. And I fussed with this quite a bit. Probably I fussed with it too much, but the end result made me think of feathers or leaves from a turkey. I don't know why, but that's what it made me feel like. It was a fall theme, maybe with a flower and a centerpiece of some kind. The end result I'm really pleased with. It's definitely different. Right there, you can see I lost my camera for a second. It almost fell over due to the spinning. That would have been disastrous. Thankfully, it worked out just fine. Unfortunately, I was a little off center with my camera to begin with. So I know that that makes it harder for you to see everything I'm doing, but I promise you're not missing anything. So made most of my adjustments and spun it out, but I lost some more of that black center and what I think of as a flower, and so I stopped it to pick up my straw from QT and used it to blow that black back out a little bit more in the center, and now I'm just giving it a few more spins. I'd like to cover more of the canvas, not go off the canvas. So here I decided to use my palette knife, just the tip, to drag out some of the paint, because this is where I realized, oh, you know what? These look like feathers. So you really should wipe off the tip of your palette knife each time. I don't always. It really just depends on the colors I'm using. And now I'm going back and forth. Can't seem to decide if I want to use my palette knife or my chopstick. And I'm spinning some more. And always remember to spin clockwise and counterclockwise each time. You spin it off too much one way and all of your paint will go off one side rather than be evenly distributed on your canvas. Just a little tip. So I'm really happy with this piece. There's so much detail and so many wispies in here that I think it really gives the character some, or it gives the piece some character. and keeps it from just being a lot of white. Otherwise, I probably would have tried tilting and spinning off a whole lot more of this paint, but the colors work so well with each other. And though I lost some of that blue at the beginning, it melded with the white a little bit and kind of gave it a gray tone. So I really like how this piece turned out, and I hope you do too. If you take a look here at the dried results and just the way the colors moved and the different effects the paint created in the piece is really lovely, I think. And if you like my channel, I hope you would like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of any further videos.